Hello everyone. Today I want to share with you how the lucid dream body interacts with its environment. And when I say environment, I mean everything, including characters, specifically spirit guides. What happened to me the other night was I became lucid. And there's different stages of lucidity. You can be half aware that you're aware in your dreams, if that makes any sense. Or you can be fully aware that you have your physical body sleeping in bed at that very moment in time, simultaneously. With me, I knew that I was aware that it was a dream, but I was still unaware that I had a physical body asleep. So we would call this semi-lucid. And there's other various stages of awareness as well, of lucidity that you can get, and there's other names for it. But for now, we'll call it semi-lucid. So I came across the dream character, and quite funnily enough, I had a certain degree of awareness to call out for my spirit guide, which is generally what I do anyway. So it's embedded into my memory, or dream memory. So what happened was, I found this normal average character, which had no resemblance of my spirit guide or any feeling towards that. So you could then say that this character was indeed a dream character from the projectional copy of your subconscious mind. Just to recap, and if you've been following my videos, I said there's two different characters within the dreamscape that you usually come across, usually for lack of a better term. So you've got spirit guides, and you've got projections from your subconscious manifestations that you've created from your own mind, spirit beings from another time and space that can tap into your reality. So I came across this average dream character who has all the key components for being a dream character, so a projection from my subconscious mind. And still I had a small degree of awareness within me to question that dream character and actually manage to, how do you say, cross-summon my spirit guide through this character, through this projection. It's quite fascinating. So the best way to understand all this is basically, you know the Matrix, right? You know that you've seen the film Matrix, everyone has. You know the agents, and I think it's, what's his name? Is it Mr. Smith? I don't know if that's his name. But basically, the leader of the agents, he's got the sunglasses, the suit, and basically what he does is he can use a network of himself, copies of himself, throughout the Matrix. It's still him, but he can copy himself to different variations and through other people, and through just regular characters or regular people like you and me. Throughout the Matrix, he can suddenly just be a security guard and morph into him, and then be himself. Well, this is kind of what my spirit guide did the other night. And I hope you're following this, because it's quite tricky for me to express all this. It's still weird in my eyes when I try and express it. So anyway, I was speaking to this character, and I managed to have the awareness to say, Clifftop, are you there? Can you hear me right now? Are you there? And with this intense feeling of, I know I can reach you through this character, or through this projectional subconscious manifestation, the essence or the vibration of Clifftop came through this character, and he creeped in. He morphed into then this dream character, or morphed into himself from being this dream character. He literally became the guide that I know and that I feel. So that's never happened to me before, because there's always been a distinct difference between the spirit guide and the dream character of the mind. But it's fascinating to know that we have the ability to cross-summon through our projectional manifestations. Or we can cross-summon our spirit guides through our projections that we create in our dreamscape. So I just wanted to share that with you, because that for me was a real breakthrough, to know that we can, to know that I can actually just burst through this gate of illusion even more. And there really is so much more that we don't understand. You see, this has just now made me question another 10 more things from discovering this one little thing. That's what it does, the universe. It keeps you, it dangles a carrot. You finally find the carrot and think, wow, I've discovered this carrot. Wow, amazing. This realization, this knowing. And then all of a sudden, 10 more things come up for you to work out. And that's what it does. It just keeps growing and growing. So I think it's also important for anyone who's doing the same experience or the same practice to not get so latched on to one little thing, because that's what it's all about. The universe is all about growing and expanding, and just keep questioning, keep going deep into your realities, keep pushing the boundaries. That's what I really live for. Taking this a bit further, the reason why I think all of this occurred was because of the level of lucidity I was at that time. Like before, I said I was semi-lucid. So this means that the subconscious is kind of governing the situation more so than my lucidity self was. Now that's the thing, there's a balance between how much awareness you have in the dreamscape and how much the subconscious is really playing you. You see, in a normal dream, your subconscious is governing everything, I think. That's the way I like to perceive it. It's basically like the subconscious is almost like it's the orchestra. And you, the dreamer, are the conductor. If you are lucid, that is. So then you can now conduct the orchestra. You can now, direct the flutes to play a bit louder, or you could now introduce the harp to start playing, or the timpani. You are the conductor of your dreams if you're lucid. But if you're semi-lucid, so you're not quite there, but you are aware that it's still a dream, the orchestra is almost playing you. It's now playing the conductor to a certain degree. So if you can really work out that analogy, there's like an interplay now. You see the difference? There's an interplay now with the orchestra and the conductor, depending on the level of lucidity you're at, and depending on how the subconscious is dominating that dreamscape at that time. This is where it gets even more interesting, because the way Cliftoff did it, my spirit guide, he managed to find a loophole to coincide with the orchestra, to fit the orchestra, so there'll be no disturbances, so that he could slide into the reality of my dream world still, and yet still maintain a balance for the orchestra to play. It's quite something. And how he did that was by introducing himself through a dream character of a projectional self, which is part of the orchestra. So say the dream character of the projectional self, which is part of the orchestra. It's getting complicated now. Say that dream character. Stay with me. Say that dream character is, in fact, a player of the orchestra. So say he's playing the guitar or whatever. Now what Clifton did was, instead of stopping the whole orchestra, stopping it completely, and then disrupting the dream completely by saying, "Here I am, I'm your spirit guide, haha," poof, in a cloud of smoke. Instead, he subtly introduced himself into one of those characters of the orchestra, so that the conductor, me, being semi-lucid, could still perceive and interact with him, and at the same time still create a balance within the dreamscape itself, so that the subconscious mind will be still happy, so that the script can still flow and still play. Wow, that is something. I really hope to God I explained that very well, but I don't know if the orchestra thing, the analogy was any good, but it's the only way I can describe it. Alright guys, so thank you so much for listening. Please comment below and let me know if you have any similar stories. I'm always happy to hear from you guys. Alright, much love. Bye bye. Peace.